Stormwatch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Skies are clear right now across most of southern Oregon and northern California. More marine layer clouds and fog are going to impact the coast tonight into tomorrow. Right now 54 degrees in Brookings, still 80 this hour in Medford. It's 69 degrees in Klamath Falls, 71 in Montague, and we're down to 58 now up in Chemult. Air quality unhealthy for much of the east side. Smoke from all those fires burning to our north, spilling into Klamath and Lake County. We've seen some improvements in the Rogue Valley, but more smoke will work its way in overnight, and we'll see smoke settling into the valleys through the overnight into tomorrow morning. So still going to see some pretty poor air quality, most likely into the Rogue Valley to head into our Friday. Right now 62 is what we're looking at for an overnight low tonight in Medford. We'll get down to 60 in Wairika, 50 in Klamath Falls. And then for tomorrow, marine layer clouds and fog will slowly decrease from north to south along the coast. Inland areas, plenty of sunshine, but that sun is going to be filtered quite a bit with smoky skies throughout most of the region. Up to 97 tomorrow in Medford, 91 in Klamath Falls, and 94 in Mount Shasta. So still pretty hot for inland areas, and temperatures running about 5 degrees or so above average. We're going to watch northern Klamath and Lake County. There may be a stray, very isolated thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon, but all in all, the extended forecast looking fairly quiet when it comes to storms, at least through the weekend at this point. So here's a look at the smoke forecast. This is by tomorrow evening. We will likely see at least some improvements, kind of similar to today in the Rogue Valley, but much of the day pretty smoky with poor air quality. And we're going to continue just to deal with this smoke and haze right into the weekend. Some of the thickest smoke going to impact Klamath County. And then as we go through the weekend on into early next week, we're going to get into a more northwest flow and also some cooler temperatures. That should help the smoke situation, especially on the west side. The Crater Lake rim runs going on Saturday morning, and it will probably be very smoky in the morning hours. Pretty poor air quality. We'll have to watch that closely, but we should see improvements with the smoke as we go through the course of the morning. So I'm sure officials really going to keep an eye on that, but temperatures will be rather pleasant overall. Siskiyou Golden Fair, hazy skies, not as hot though this weekend. Notice we start that cooling trend. If you're heading to the Josephine County Fair, looks pretty good by Sunday, and that's when winds will really start to pick up with this cool down. So we may actually see some of that smoke clearing in the Grants Pass area later in the day Sunday. We'll keep you posted on that front, but notice temperatures dropping even further into early next week. Highs in the 80s in the Rogue Valley. We're getting a break from the heat. It's been a very hot stretch, especially when we look back at last month in July. For the coast, highs generally staying in the 60s in the days ahead. Northern California, that cooling trend, breezy winds in the afternoon. And then in the Klamath Basin, smoke still going to be a big issue. Poor air quality at times in the days ahead. Notice by Monday, Tuesday, highs in the lower 80s. The Cascades staying dry, but looking at maybe some thunderstorm potential by next Wednesday and Thursday. And then in the Rogue Valley, a nice trend to temperatures. We're going to see a cooling trend, highs in the 80s starting on Monday and continuing through much of next week.